Hey everybody, this is Javi, and you're watching the Bowtie Psychic on YouTube. I'm a psychic and intuitive medium who focuses on divination storytelling to help people overcome generational trauma. And so tonight I am doing a live reading for Sagittarius. Hey, whoever jumped on, how are you? And after I do the intuitive reading and the general reading for Sagittarius, you have the chance to get a mini reading for $20. So every bit of support helps, and I'm really glad that you're here. And if I'm just glad, hope that the not even hope, but this message is definitely for folks who resonate with it. And what I got for Sagittarius is that um, you have, hey, how you doing? There's three people. What I got is that all of y'all are like, you're in the fuck it phase, basically. Like, you're pretty much over a lot of the drama that you've been through. You're over a lot of the heartache that you have been through, and you're just plowing forward and moving forward. I just get this feeling that with Sagittarius, they've been through their feelings and now they're just ready to move forward. The reason being, thank you for the like. The reason being is because, um, like, you're growing and you're allowing yourself to grow. Sagittarians are known for their fire. Sagittarians are known for, giving people the 30-day notice, until you cut them off. And so it's as if like you have like if someone like did not pass a 30-day warranty and now you're like, forget it. And you're just simply moving on. You're not taking things to heart. You're not taking things to heart at all. In fact, like I'm just getting like this sense of relief and this sense of confidence from Sagittarius. I feel like because the Aries energy is still here, even though it's not Aries season. The Aries energy is still there. So it's like you took your fire, and you're taking your fire, and you're putting it someplace that's more productive for your spirit. Okay, you're not wasting any time on anybody else. I'm just getting for this particular time in place, you're not wasting any more time on people, places, and situations that have wasted your time. You're reclaiming your time. Basically, you're reclaiming. Like I don't know if anyone's still using that, but you're reclaiming your time. Okay, I'm just getting that Sagittarians are basically paving the way for themselves. Okay, and I'm getting like this is a love reading, definitely a heart chakra reading, but I'm getting the like as far as the energy around this. This is definitely about love and relationships. Sagittarius is you're looking for something different. You're looking for someone different. You're not. You're basically your whole spirit is getting ready for 2020. Okay, you're getting ready for 2020, and for the month of October, I'm just getting like you're like starting and you're paving the way for yourself. Like you are looking at yourself and reevaluating what's going on, and you're basically saying like, look, um, I'm not doing this anymore. It's as if like you something inside of you awakened. It's like something woke, something snapped, something clicked, and you're like, I'm better than this. I'm so better than this. I'm better than this. The new moon is coming up. The hunter's new moon is coming out, and so you're working with that energy. There was also a moon out, and there's still some residual energy from that as well. So you're basically doing moon rituals, letting go of things. I'm getting that a lot of you have done a lot of rituals around love and self love and romance. Excuse me, because you're now at a place where, when it comes to partners and when it comes to people that you care about, you are not looking for you're not looking for anything to settle for. Okay, you're not settling. You're definitely not settling. What I'm getting from Sagittarius is that you've settled for so long in the past. You've done so much for other people in the past. You've given your patience have run thin. You're not ready to give people a lot of second chances, especially if they're not doing anything that even looks remotely like um, self love. Like you are waiting for somebody and working towards a relationship that will add to your life, will benefit you. You're not looking for something that you're just not looking for some stuff that I'm getting fuck shit. You're not looking for fuck shit. Basically, I'm just letting you know. You're not here for the drama. You're not here for anything, or you're not here for the fuckboyisms. You're not here from or here for drama. You're not here for um, and this is for anybody and everybody, not just like straight people, but people in the LGBTIQA community as well. You're not here for that, for the drama. I'm getting like, whether it be straight drama, gay drama, when it comes to, your love life, you're not here for it. You're not trying to fight nobody at the club. You're not trying to fight nobody, over a man or a woman or a gender non-conforming individual or a partner who has not done you correctly. You're pretty much done with that whole energy. Yeah, I'm here for you, Sagittarius. Like, when it comes to your heart and when it comes to I'm just getting like, I want to say towards, like, throughout this let me I'm saying, I'm sorry, I'm getting so many downloads because I'm so happy for you. I'm just getting like throughout the entire month of October, you're just like giving yourself time to reflect. You're giving yourself time to like love yourself and to be there for yourself. Because it's been you for so long. You have been dealing with the same thing, different day, the same shit, different day. And what I'm getting is that you're tired. You are so tired, and you've pretty much come to the conclusion that your heart that requires a maintenance. Your heart requires maintenance. I'm not getting any sort of heartache. I'm not getting any. You know that Whitney Houston song, it's not right, but it's okay. I'm gonna make it anyway. That's what I'm getting. Okay, I'm not singing for you because my voice is gone, but I'm just telling you, like, this is what I'm getting. Okay, it's not right, but it's okay. I'm gonna make it anyway. Okay, you're going to survive this, and you know that you're going to survive this. Which is why you're like, you rather be single than settle for anything less. You rather be alone than be unhappy. Okay, some of you have gotten out of like codependent or abusive relationships. Some of you have gotten out of those relationships, those codependent relationships, those toxic relationships, that you hear about in music or you hear about in the media. For you, it was very much real. Okay, that's what I'm getting um, from this. Like, you are done with the toxicity. You are done with the toxicity, and you're giving yourself the opportunity to not only cleanse yourself from that other person's toxicity, or if you were in a polyamorous relationship, the toxicity of many of your partners, but you're using this time to get rid of or to put in check or overcome or even examine rather your um, your toxicity. You are giving yourself the chance to be like, damn, what did I do here? Like, damn, you know what I mean? Like, what did I do? What part of this did I play in the stuff? Okay, so I'm just getting that a lot of people are like a lot of Sagittarians, whether it be like sun sign, moon sign, Venus, or rising. You're getting out of that toxic relationship. You're no longer settling for someone who's going to put you down or be physical with you, or you know not acknowledging your pain and your suffering, or like using you for some sort of sexual favor to them. Like, they're not. I'm just getting that a lot of you are just moving away from that stuff, and it's for your benefit. It's for your benefit. I'm just getting like the whatever the ties, whatever soul tie you have with this person or a group of people is gone. Okay, just gone. I'm not feeling like this is for platonic people or friendships or whatnot. Even though you are examining those as well, this is a matter of romantic relationships or someone you were intimate with. Um, you're not settling anymore. Like, even with um, like a friends with benefits type of thing. You're not putting yourself in that position because now you're looking for a relationship, or you were looking for a relationship at one point with this person, and you realize they're not going to give you very much of anything. So what's going to end up happening is that you're like, there were times when you just like sat heartbroken, sitting by the phone and asking yourself questions, doing a lot of like mental mind fucks around things. And so what happened there is that I'm just feeling like you were just coming to this conclusion that this person doesn't love you. This person will not love you the way you love yourself. This person is literally treating you with disregard. And because of that, you're like, no, I can't do this. Regardless of how the sex is and how good that is, I'm just letting you know, Sagittarius, that you deserve better than what you're getting. You understand? Sorry, there's like some honking outside. Yeah, I'm just feeling like, oh, some of y'all are just like dealing with type of. Some of y'all are still in the thick of dealing with that relationship or thinking about that fuck buddy, that hookup, that did you wrong. You still have that emotional attachment there. I see some of you literally like sitting on your couch or sitting in your chair just like this and just mad as hell or just crying and just upset. Like you have you're leaning your head against your hand and you're just like you're just ruminating and just thinking like what happened, how come he doesn't like me, how come she don't like me, how come they don't like me, how come you got attached to that situation, you got attached to that idea. And so spirit is basically saying like, look, like leave the idea, let the idea go, let the idea go and just let it pretty much let it go because you deserve better. And chances are that person was never going to be the person that you are looking for. They have their own stuff going on. I'm just feeling like there's a lot of soul ties and all that stuff. So yeah, like this is a time for you, um, Sagittarius. This is month. The month of October is the month to let all that go and to let that die out. Whatever type of relationship, sexual relationship, romantic relationship you had with this person or a group of people, you are to let that go if they did not treat you with kindness and the love that you deserve. Okay, so that's all I have for the intuitive message. If that resonated with you in any way, please subscribe to the channel. Click that thumb. Give me not give me, but like this video. You can also ask questions. Make a comment. I would really like to hear what you have to say, especially since this is a live. And one of the reasons why I'm doing this is because I want to interact with other people if I can. So here we go with the cards. I just want to give myself a breath because I've just, whew. Yes, Sagittarius, y'all are going through it this month. There's a lot of love, self-love energy that you are to tap into is what I'm getting. Okay? So just like put your hand over your heart and just know and take some deep breaths. Just know that you're going to be okay. Just know that whoever is with you or whoever you were with, they did not deserve your energy and they were in your life for a reason. Okay? They were in your life for a good reason. Um, they were in your life to make you stronger. They were in your life to help you realize that you deserve better and you are much stronger than the circumstances. Okay. I'm also, if you are in an abusive relationship, make sure that you are in a safe place. So when you do leave, okay, because I know that, depending on it takes several times for a person to leave a relationship. So if it's a really toxic and an abusive relationship, it takes around several times for a person to leave because of psychological factors. So if you were able to leave that situation like physically unscathed in any way, shape, or form, congratulations. And I'm glad that you are here with us. And this is a time for you to like practice some self-love so you will not fall into that, into that situation again because you don't deserve that, Sagittarius. You really don't. You really don't. Okay? Because you have too much fire in you to let that stuff happen to you. You have too much fire to give up um, and allow yourself to even believe that you don't deserve better. Okay? And it's not your fault that this happened either. I'm just getting that whoever you were with, they weren't shit, to be honest with you. They were not shit. They couldn't handle you. They couldn't handle your strength. They could not handle the fact that, you were being called to have boundaries. So, whew, I'm mad for you. That was not okay. That's not okay. What was going on? But you're definitely a soldier for the cause, and I'm glad you're safe. So we're going to get into these cards. So, dear higher spirit, what heart chakra message do you have for Sagittarians for the month of October? Ooh, we got a card 2009, not even 2009. So we got a couple of really, really good cards here. Okay, that's it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's definitely saying I talk about love and family here. So far, I got love and family cards right here. Um, oh wow! So this card always comes through. So I'm like, and I'll shuffle them too. The King of Wands just came up. So the first card you got here, Sagittarius, is the Hangman upside down. Okay, what I'm getting is that whatever hesitation that you had around this relationship or whatever, because this is definitely like about you and your perception as far as relationships. So what I got here, I definitely got that. Okay. So what I got here for Sagittarius is the Hangman upside down, and basically what it's saying is that whatever happened, whatever's going on, there's no hesitancy anymore. You basically went through what you went through. You stay with that person or a group of people for as long as you can. And I'm going to say too, like before I even like go on, it doesn't matter what gender or sexual orientation, of the cards at all. Like this is definitely this reading is for everybody or Sagittarians who resonate with this message in regards to relationships. And so what I got here is that a lot of you are stepping out and stepping away from an abusive situations or a situation that has caused you a lot of stress and trauma, and you're being congratulated because of that. And there's a lot, but there is still this part of you that is still that is energetically tied to that person still. And so what you're being asked, through the Hangman is not to you can still feel your feelings, but your spirit is basically glad that you left that situation, because if you stayed any longer, it would have been harder for you to leave, and the harder it is to leave, the more likely you were to be in a situation that you were not going to be able to get out of. Especially for those who have been abused or gotten through the message through some sort of abuse, that no one wants to be around you, no one loves you, no one is never going to be with you. That whole power and control thing, that manipulation. So the fact that you got out when you did, this is actually a blessing in disguise. Okay, it's a blessing. It is very much a blessing. It's not even a blessing in disguise. It's a blessing. Okay, yeah, I'm just getting a lot of negativity around relationships and a lot of negativity around the person that you were with. Okay, they had you shook. They had you all kinds of shook. They've had you in, and they almost and could have had you in a place. I'm also getting they had you in a place where you really felt like um, that, like you needed them somehow, like you quote unquote needed them. I know there's lack language, but you required their assistance somehow. Okay, in order to live your life, you required them, and there was a part of you that actually started to believe that. There was a part of you that actually started to believe those messages, and so I'm just getting that you got out of that situation. You were meant to get out of that situation. Don't be surprised either that they'll try, whoever this was around you in some way, shape, or form, they'll try to get you back somehow. But excuse me, by telling you, giving you some sob story, or telling you that you missed that they missed you, slide into your DMs, and call you big head, like you are out here picking up the pieces, the emotional pieces, to get your life together, to get your situation together, and they will do everything they can to manipulate you and try to contact with you or keep in contact with you in some way, shape, or form, and you are being asked to not put yourself in those situations. Okay, do not just ignore them in every way, shape, or form, and do everything you can to keep yourself safe. And also have a support system. This is a time for you to ask spirit, and to help you find a place, or help you find um, to help you let that go, like to cut that soul tie. If you need to do a cord cutting ritual, that is something to look into. But also make sure you're doing it in a safe place, and having a support system, because that is a detriment to a lot of people who have been abused, whatever that looks like, when they don't have a support system, when they don't have friends and family around them. Because in some situations, abusers isolate their significant others. I'm getting that some of y'all were isolated from your family and your friends because this person wanted you to be vulnerable. And so you have gotten, before it got too bad, some of y'all got out. There was no hesitancy whatsoever. I just get that you were just led to believe. You could have been led to believe you could have been led to believe that no one cared about you or your situation. Okay, so just be aware of that you got out. You got out. Okay, you got out. Yeah, because this person right here was on some stuff. I'm just getting like, so let's see. Okay, so Ten of Pentacles. Some of y'all are thinking about having a family, having peace. Okay, some of you are actually going towards that or looking towards that. You were hoping to have that with this particular partner that you were with, or one of the group of people within the group of people. You were with. You want to have. Well, I'm getting that you crave having a family. You crave having, um, like being a parent, or being in a family unit or among a family unit. And so that was one of the reasons why you wanted to, like, you pursue relationships the way you do, because by the end of the day, like, you want to be part of a family unit. At least a lot of the folks out there are looking for that. And so you were hoping that you will find this with the person that you were with, or they may have said that they were into the same things when they really weren't. Okay, this is the energy I'm getting from this card right here. So what I'm getting from this card is that some folks, some of y'all wanted to have that peace and prosperity. You wanted to have, like, the, I should say, one y'all imagined. You imagined having the white picket fence. You imagined having a home. You imagined having a family unit, having children, having you know maybe having a dog. You know what I mean? You wanted structure. You were hoping to have some structure. You were hoping to find that. I'm just getting that this is, um, you're not going to have it with the person that you were. Um, Either you weren't going to have that with the person you were with, or if you're still with this person, you are not going to have that with them. There's too much drama and there's too much discord. You deserve better, and this, you can still have this. You can still, manifest this. But I'm getting that dream and that goal of being part of a family unit is one of the reasons why you stayed in an abusive relationship, or stayed in a situation that's not healthy. And so you're being told, this card is basically saying, like, look, it's very much apparent that you are looking for this. It's very much apparent, which is why you stayed so long. You stayed so long. This person, you hope that this person changed. You hope that this person was going to stay with you, Sagittarius. You hope that in some way, whether you got help, I'm getting like maybe like a marriage counselor, help from a marriage counselor, or some sort of therapy, that something was going to change. So you can achieve this, or like achieve some sort of peace in the home, or some stability, and you did not get that at all. Okay, which is why spirit is like, like you woke up and realized that you weren't, this wasn't going to happen in this current situation. There's a lot of sadness around this. I'm feeling like the energy of sadness, the energy of sadness, because you had a whole idea as to what type of relationship that you were going to have with this person or group of people, and it did not happen. Okay, you also have judgment. It's not your fault. Whatever happened, there's nothing wrong with you. Some of y'all came into this relationship one way and left a whole nother way. You are judging yourself harshly, and you're thinking that for some odd reason, I must have done something to this person to make him feel that way, or make her feel that way, or make them feel that way. I've done something wrong. I'm getting there. There's a lot of, you're being asked to rise above that and know that it's going to, in fact, it's going to take time depending on the severity of the relationship. And it all depends on what you have not released yet. A lot of folks who are, who gravitate towards a narcissist, or gravitate towards like an abusive person or a manipulative person, there's a history of trauma there. Like there's a history of trauma. And so it's like moth to a flame almost. Okay. Where someone who, who have been abused and have now worked through that, they end up being with someone who is a total reenactment of what happened to them. Okay. A total reenactment. So what happens is that those same old judgments happen. Those same old stories happen, and you're thinking, why do I keep going through this? Okay, and you're being asked to go through the healing process, to rise like a phoenix and go through the healing process. Rise like a phoenix, by literally saying like, or basically doing some introspection, and asking like what happened, because on the subconscious, our subconscious drives us. Our subconscious drives us. Our subconscious is the reason why we are, whatever messages that we have in our mind on a subconscious level or unconscious level, is the reason why we do what we do. And most of the time our brains stores all kinds of negative messages that we accumulated over the years, especially when messages that, from our parents, messages from our, other people that we know, like maybe our bullies or people at school or teacher, people that are supposed to be protecting us from harm, you know, are like, and let's talk about the brain for a little bit. I know that we are, getting into the unconscious mind through this. So this is the time to actually talk about the fact that a lot of folks who are abused are underdeveloped mentally and emotionally, or psychologically, like developmentally. Like once the abuse happens or something traumatic happens, is if our brains stop there, and then we still, even as we grow older, we have not done the work necessary, or have not gone through counseling, or have not done a lot of inner child work or whatnot. We end up acting like the kid or the person, who the 5-year-old, 10-year-old, 11-year-old teenager, who have gone through the abuse. Like developmentally, we stop there, so we're stunted. It's as if our growth is stunted, and whatever happens to it, it does affect our brain. The way we think affects our brain. Our trauma affects our brain. So what this card is basically saying, that whatever is going on, whatever happened to us in the past, it catches up with us through our relationships. So we're being asked to literally change our mind, change that dynamic, in order for us to be in a healthy relationship. Because a lot of Sagittarians are out here hurting because they have not giving themselves the opportunity to heal on a emotional level. I'm just feeling the heart like this. There's this fire, and a lot of Sagittarians get upset, and act as if like y'all be the first one to cut somebody out. You're the first one to cut somebody off. You're the first one to like snap and cry if someone were to like, piss you off in some way, shape, or form. Okay? That's what that is. And so what ends up happening is that when we don't heal, we have that fire for everything else. Okay. But when it comes to like loving ourselves and healing ourselves, that same fire that you have is to go to your own growth. A lot of you are judging yourselves harshly and listening to those messages you have received from, some boyfriend or some significant other who hasn't even done their own growth. So it's pretty much so it's time to start to basically stand back, sit back. That's why for the month of October, Spirit is basically saying like, look, this is the month of renewal and retrospection, inner reflection. So you can start doing that inner child work or that shadow work around relationships. So you can like check your own toxicity. Because some of y'all were like, I'm going to be real honest with you. Some of y'all were also abusive or toxic towards your significant others. So it's time for you to start. It's time for you to start asking yourself questions about, the patterns and the cycles that involve abuse. Because you got the King of Wands here, and the King of Wands is like a very important card because it talks about leadership. Okay. What is this card saying, Spirit? I'm just getting like you're like this card is saying you're not. A lot of y'all Sagittarians. This is the time for you to step up and realize, because what this card is saying upside down is that unfortunately a lot of y'all are not, quote unquote, and these are not my words, these are Spirit's words, but you are now stepping up and realizing like this is the time for y'all to step up, because a lot of y'all are afraid to. You're afraid to take it there because of maybe of being the fear of being triggered, or the fear of looking a certain way, acting a certain way, and no one is judging you. There is no judgment here. There's no judgment, when it comes to love, when it comes to growth, when it comes to any of that. Um, you have not what what this card is saying is that you're very much a leader in your world. You're very much a leader, but this is also the time for you to act as if and to act that way, to do the work necessary. When I say do the work necessary, that means maybe go to counseling. Maybe that means, talking to a spiritual advisor, doing some work around the inner child, some shadow work, some writing around, around abuse, starting to literally face the abuse. I have a PTSD workbook, not me personally, but there is a PTSD workbook that will ask you some pretty profound questions about what traumatized you, and what causes the trauma and the cycle and the behaviors and stuff like that. There are, you know, past life. I'm sorry. There was like I'm just getting like past life regressions, heart chakra work, womb work. There are people who have mother issues. The work of reparenting. What does that look like? This is what the King of Wands is saying is that is some of y'all Sagittarius, like people who are Sagittarians, you're being called to step up for your own benefit, so you're not attracting the same old shit. You're not attracting the same old person. Because, like I said before, you're very much. I'm just. That's why you got the judgment card too. These two go hand in hand right here. Because what's happening is that, like, again, this would this will give you the opportunity when you start not judging yourself and not judging what happened and start doing the growth necessary. You won't you will not be worrying about because a lot of y'all know, a lot of you know, a lot of you know what's going on, a lot of you know, but somehow you're you're afraid to face what's going on within you, um, and ask yourself why, and you're asking yourself why. But it like in the month of October, this is pretty much the time to let that stuff go, like to allow yourself to grow and not be afraid of the demons. So what can they? So what can Sagittarians do to grow specifically? Okay, Sagittarian. You got two cards right here, Sagittarius. So what you got here is the Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles is saying like, take care of yourself and don't juggle. Don't take care of yourself and don't do anything to distract, okay, from the task at hand, and that is to basically take care of yourself and the practice self-love and the practice like do some mirror work. Look at yourself in the mirror and say like, or write a love letter to yourself. I know that people do that. Write a love letter to yourself, okay? And for those who have, you know, or who are just getting out of an abusive relationship, this is the time for you to write a love letter to yourself, okay? Write a letter to yourself, to your inner child, okay? Okay, this is not, but don't, there's a lot of people, I'm also getting to that, a lot of people, and there's not, and like I said, there's nothing wrong with, and I think I said this in another video, that there's nothing wrong with, for if you smoke weed, if you drink every once in a while, there's nothing wrong with that. But when, because there are times when people use that to relax or whatnot, but there's a difference between doing something recreationally and being able to leave it alone and then using it to escape. And so I'm getting that a lot of you are using that to escape. This is really the reason, and even like the Two of Pentacles is like usually about juggling, juggling many tasks. But what I'm getting from this card is that some of you are running away and using different things to different distractions. And so you're being asked not to distract, not to use anything for escapism. You're being asked to face what's going on. Okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. Face what's going on, okay? And also like the Four of Wands, you are not obligated to anybody. You're not obligated, excuse me, to explain yourself to anyone. You're not obligated to partner up with anyone. You're not obligated to do any of that. It's okay for you to work by yourself. That's the energy I'm getting from this card. Like, it's okay for you to reflect and be by yourself. It's okay for you to not want to talk to somebody every once in a while because they're nosy and want to ask questions. Okay? It's okay for you to just like not be around people and allow yourself to do some work, whether it be around journaling, talking to a therapist, doing some writing, doing some self reflection. Like this usually means like a partnership or like, especially with entrepreneurship. Okay. But what I'm getting is that like sometimes it's okay to do stuff alone. Okay, it's okay to be alone. That's what it's saying. It's okay to be alone. Okay. So let's see. So what words of encouragement do you have? Oh, by the way, I should have said this, and I don't know why I keep doing this. So, I am using the two decks that I'm using is the Modern Spellcasters Tarot, and now I'm using the Mythical or the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck. I love this deck. So, what words of encouragement do you have for Sagittarian spirit? What words of encouragement do you have for Sagittarians? Okay. These ones? Okay. So, what you got here is Taming the Wind upside down. What does this say, Spirit? Yeah. Mm. I'm just being told for y'all to just, with the Taming of the Wind, so just to sit down, to settle down, okay? Because a lot of you are not settling down. You're just like in the thick of things, and it's okay for you to relax. It's okay for you to breathe. Okay, the month of October was really hard for you, especially when it came to love. And so what I'm getting from this particular card right here, the Taming the Wind card upside down, is that it is really time for y'all to just relax. A lot of you are squirrely. A lot of you Sagittarians are squirrely. And y'all just got some of y'all just got out of a relationship and you're already itching for a new one. It's okay to be by yourself. It's okay to be by yourself. Don't do anything. Um, do not do anything that's going to cause you harm. Just sit, relax, and let the wind take you where it may as far as your growth, as far as your personal growth. So that is what I have for you, Sagittarius. If any of y'all are resonating with that message in any way, shape, or form, um, please click that bell, push that bell, or yeah, just subscribe to the channel. You won't miss any other video. Um, and I really enjoy these anyway. Also, before I go, if you are looking for a $20 mini reading, um, you can go ahead and ask for that. Or if you have any questions or comments, by all means, let me know. But let me go ahead and put that. Medium. So that's where you can go for put the payment if you are wanting a mini reading for $20. So if y'all have any questions or comments, by all means, let me know. Otherwise, you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram. You can also catch me via not text message, but email if you would like to uh, get more in depth reading. Um, I'm more than happy to like give you one. Like I'm actually doing personal readings right now. So and as I said before, I'm also doing readings here on YouTube as well. So does anyone have any questions or comments? Oh, hey, how you doing, Diamond? So, you said, like, love you, hubby. Thank you. And I'm glad you are safe too. Catch you later. Thank you so much. Thank you so very much. Um, but yes. Yeah, thank you. So, like, Diamond is like a real MVP. Like, this is like the second time, like, second or third time actually, that you popped on. So, I really appreciate your support. Um, Please let everyone know that I'm here and very much in effect. So, if we are not if we're done here, so I'm just gonna head out. But thank you so much, and y'all have a good rest of the weekend. All right, peace.